Hi guys, so this is today's design. I called it a design change, but really I changed the whole thing because, I mean, they're completely different than what I had. But just a couple quick notes. I started off with the premise that I was going to use dual forms to encapsulate the nails after I did the color change, and that was okay. It just, and I'll tell you again at the end of the video, it just took way too long for me. I rather just do it old school, brush and acrylic, and then just file it, because it really took a lot of filing in the cuticle area, and you'll see. Hopefully you'll kind of see on the video what I'm talking about, but really I just kind of want to show you guys the nails all together, because I know sometimes it's hard to take pictures of them, and when I was all done, I was super frustrated. It just took way longer than I thought it was going to, especially using the dual forms, because you do the brush, you know, use the regular brush and fill in and everything, and then still use the dual forms, and then still have to file so much. I was just like, this is crazy. But my husband's like, oh, let me see them, because I was just like, it took like 3 hours for a fill. That's not good. Maybe 3 hours, 2.5. And he's like, wow, those are really awesome. So I was like, okay. He's like, hey, Diego, which is my son. He's like, come check these out. So the kids were like excited about them. And I said, it reminds me kind of like a Mexican painting or something, Spanish, I don't know. And he's like, yeah, exactly. That's what he thought too. Like, it looked very Mexican in his opinion. So I thought that was kind of cool. So if you guys like them, please stay tuned. It's just I thought it was going to be a quick fill. It did take longer than I thought, but at least you'll see what I did to get the design the way it looks. And I hope you guys like it. Okay, so I'm going to do a design change, and I was going to do it without videotaping it so much, but then I thought, well, you guys probably want to see it. And also, that's how I started. I don't know if you can see my tips were sharper, like this, more rounded. I cut them off because that's where I was going to start. So what I'm going to do is save the thumbnail to show you guys exactly how I'm going to fill the rest of these nails, okay? And not so much of their fill, their design changes. You can see they didn't really grow. I've only worn them for about a week. But what I'm going to be doing is pretty much covering it all in black acrylic. And then I'm going to put some glitter mix on there. And I want to encapsulate it using a dual form. Now, I've never done this before. I saw something about this, and I thought, that might work for this, especially because the nail is thinner. And then you put it on top, and that leaves it nice and shiny and slick, and you don't have to do any filing. I will have to file at the beginning, though, to get all this other stuff off, okay? So first, let's make a little mix that I'm going to be using, and then we'll go from there. So I have this little cup. You know, just pick it up wherever. I guess they have them at Target and places like that. Now I get them at Costco. And I'm going to use different types of holographic tinsel. That's all I'm using. So I have like a bluish, a purple, a fuchsia, and a silver. And I was thinking about for each nail just doing one solid color, but I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. So I'm just going to eyeball it, but it's about 1/4 teaspoon. Basically, equal parts of each color is what I want to do. I think the pink and the purple might end up looking almost the same. So, but whatever. It's going to be in there. And I think the silver will probably be the one that differentiates itself the most. And then I'll be doing some 3D artwork over that. So that's what I have there. And was that it? I think that was all I was going to do. Let me give it a mix and see what it looks like. Basically, I just want some shininess to end up on... Ooh! Oh, I almost dropped that. Again. Good lord. I need to hold this down. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. And then I'm going to thin it out with quite a bit of acrylic. Okay, so it's not going to be thick like this, but nice and shiny. Looks really cool. Okay. That's all I'm going to do with that. And I'm going to put this to the side for a minute, so I'm just going to cover that up. I'll put it to the side. So, to get my nails going, what I'm going to be doing is taking off all this 3D stuff, and you can definitely just roll over it with your file or with your drill. I'm going to first use these cuticle nippers. These are the ones I use only for this type of thing. I do not use them on my cuticles afterwards because they're going to be dull and I don't want to cut myself or anything. So I'll just go underneath like these little rhinestones and pick it off. It just flew to the other side of the room. I heard it fly way out. Okay, I think it hit the wall over there. And that's how I remove a lot of this kind of stuff. And the rest of this I can just file off, okay? Anywhere I have a little rhinestone, that's how I like to do it. I like to pick it off. Okay? This big guy, I'm just going to start kind of picking at it. Try to get it going. And if he doesn't want to come off, then I will have to file all around it. But I think I can get this one off. I'm not going to waste your guys' time trying to pick it off. But I'm going to pretty much pick that off, okay? Before my whole nail comes off. And then all these guys, okay? So let me do that and I'll come right back. This is on an angle, but this is my vacuum, suction vacuum that tmart.com was kind enough to send to me. When I picked off that thing, it took part of my nail with it, so I just kept cutting it back, and this one obviously didn't. But you know what happened is I had put these down with gel, and then this one came off like the next day, so I put it down with acrylic, and it really stuck. So this one still popped off with the gel. It wasn't a problem. I just picked it right off. But anyway, I'm gonna take my drill with the coarse sanding bit on it, and I'm gonna take off. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you what I did here. All I did was take my nails clipper like this, and I just clipped the very tip off. And I kind of like that shape. I like that it was kind of like a squarish. But maybe next time. Maybe this time. I don't know. I might leave it a little squared off at the tip. We'll see. So I'm going to take my drill, and basically you're going to want to get through obviously your gel layer, but also take off all that 3D artwork when I'll turn the fan on. And then just take off as much of the acrylic as you can. Okay, so I'm going to try to get really nice and low with the acrylic. I've done all the nails and picked off whatever, if there was any lifting or anything else or whatever got created by the nail art, like I showed you when that whole chunk came off there. So you're going to prep your nails just like you do anytime that you do your acrylics. If there's any growth, you want to especially push your cuticles back, of course, and pick away anything that might get in the way of your acrylic adhering. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that with all the nails. We'll take our file. My file just fell. And sorry, my son's out there playing video games again. And I'm just going to rough up whatever part of the nail bed that is showing, okay? You really want to get that, again, the shine off the nail plate, okay? So I'm going to go through and do that. Okay, so just like I like to do, I'm going to go ahead. I already sprayed some antibacterial spray. I'm going to do it again. And that just helps me, I think, kind of see where all this little fluff and stuff is. And then I'm going to take a wipe. Sorry, I don't have them close by here. I should have one ready. And I'm just going to now dehydrate my nail. Again, you can use just alcohol, but it's better to use dehydrator because, like this one with NSI, has agents that help from bacteria to grow under there and all kinds of fun stuff. And I'm pushing it out this time towards my cuticle because I don't want to push it in any of that dust towards the nail, okay? And I'm just going to do the one hand, and I'll do my other hand when I get there. And then we're going to use our primer. I'm only going to show you the one nail, I think, because they're all going to be the same, but still. And if you do have, like, then these, I do have some room, so it's okay. I can put the primer right on there. You don't want to get it on the acrylic too much. And if you were going to use a light color and you wanted the acrylic to blend in, you can use a line out or a line eraser. And the one I have, and I really like it whenever I've used it, is from what's it called? ASP. I get it at Sally's. Works really well. It's amazing. I think it kind of probably melts the acrylic a little bit because for some reason when you use it, it just adheres really well. Okay, so that was 2 coats of primer. And I have my Omega acrylic here. This is clear because I'm going to put a layer of clear over my nail because I do not want to stain it black with the black. This is Omega monomer. And first, that's how I'm going to start. Okay, so I'm just going to take the bubble out of my brush. I didn't mention that last time, and I always forget to mention that. But yeah, you want to for sure take the bubbles out of your brush. And then go ahead and go in. This nail doesn't need too much of the clear acrylic because I still have a lot of the regular acrylic on there. But I'm going to go in anyway and just get it close to the cuticle. I was going to say not touching the cuticle, and I think I touched it there. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on here. And I'm just going to brush the rest out. All I'm trying to do right now is just keep the cuticle from, or my nail from staining. So I'm just applying a very thin coat, just like I did last time, okay? And now I'm going to come in with my Pure Black. Sorry, Pure Black by Diva DC. And I'm going to come in, pick a nice amount of that up because I'm going to paint the whole nail with it. Let me move this out of the way so I can show you all. I'm just going to place that on my nail. Push it back as far as I can for now. What's good about colors like black is that it's so opaque, you don't need a whole lot of it. Like that ball wasn't all that big, but it'll probably be enough to paint my whole nail and not be a problem. My son, he's so cute. The other day I was getting upset because I had to concentrate on what I'm doing, and I could just hear him in there, and then he came to, you know, talk to me, and I was like trying to concentrate on these nail forms, and whew, not good. Okay, so pretty much there it is, all painted in black. If I want to get a little bit closer to the cuticle, I can, but I think for right now that's pretty good. So I'm gonna do all the nails just like that. And I almost forgot about the glitter. What am I thinking? So I'm gonna say there's probably about half a teaspoon of glitter mix total there. It doesn't look like very much, it doesn't even look like a teaspoon. So I'm just going to get some of my acrylic and just mix that up. And I'm going to add some to the very top of the nails, and just in different fashion wherever I feel like. I was planning, if it looks good, I might do the whole nail with it, but we'll see. Like cover the whole nail, but for right now I was just planning on putting it here and there a little bit. Just grabbing some and kind of spreading it out. I don't want it to be too bunchy. I kind of want it to be just here and there, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to apply some on the different nails in different areas. So ugly because of wiping off that black acrylic. That's just how it looks. So now I'm going to take one of the dual forms. Okay, so I've done the one hand, I haven't done my other hand. I added the acrylic and the glitter here and there. This is really fast, guys. So what I'm going to do is take a dual form, and I already measured it before I had filed my nails down, so I just kind of had an idea, but this one, you want it to fit over your nail, pretty much sidewall to sidewall. Sometimes you want to go a little bit bigger because the dual forms sometimes want to shrink a little bit once you put the acrylic in them. So as I can see, I need to go up to this line right here, which is 1, 2, right by the S, basically, on YS nails, right by the S. So what I'm going to do is fill this in with clear acrylic. So I'm just going to take my monomer, take some clear acrylic, let it come to consistency, and just push a whole bunch in there. I mean, I'm going to have to use quite a bit to fill up the dual form. And like I said, I wanted to go all the way to the S, and then it gets rounded, so you don't have to fill in the whole thing, but I think once you get better at it, then you'll know where you need to be. But for right now, I need to fill in the nail bed for sure really well. I don't want any air bubbles. Air bubbles are your enemy with dual forms. So this one's not so bad because I already have acrylic on my nail, so it's not a big deal, but you'll be able to see it, so that's not good. But let me push it up and put it all over as well as I can. I still want to push up towards the middle, not letting it settle in the middle. Push up towards the side, should I say, sorry. And let's see what happens. I haven't tried this before, so I'm going to place this on the nail, and just like you do with any dual form, just push it down towards the tip and just hold it. And if anything squeezes out the sides or the bottom or the top, however you know, just come in and scrape it off. That's normally how I do it. All this extra down here, I want to file it away because I don't want that. I don't need a square tip, I have a rounded tip, so I'm just going to try to get rid of that. And then whatever's left, we'll file it afterwards, okay? So I'm going to hold this for like 20 to 30 seconds until it doesn't want to pop off or move because of the acrylic is setting. And then and I'll do all the nails that way, okay? It's drying and there's a storm coming in. I don't know if you can hear that, but I don't know if this is my favorite technique. Well, what happens is that it fills in any lumps and bumps, so yeah, it's perfectly smooth and awesome, but you still gotta fix all this area around the sides and then of course put the nail back to the same shape it was. So I'm probably gonna use my drill for that, only because I don't want to take forever to do this, but basically I'm gonna come in and drill off all this excess stuff and give the nail a nice shape, okay? Okay guys, so finally my nails are done. I am very frustrated with how long it took for them to get to this point. What's cool about the dual forms is that yes, it evens it out and your nails are nice and smooth, but there's gonna be like this bump from the back to the cuticle, so you still have to fill that out. You still have to trim off all that excess. I almost feel like I should have just gone the old school way, like I know, because it just took so long and I'm really frustrated with the whole thing because that's how I get. I get frustrated very easy. So anyhow, with this kind of thing, this is taking way longer than I thought, really. Okay, well I'm gonna do some 3D artwork. I'm done with ranting over here. This is that nice brush I got from bornprettystore. They sent in to me a little while back. I'm using grape and fuchsia, and this fuchsia, they're by Diva DC. It's like a pink glitter, so hopefully it works. We'll see. Maybe just another frustration for me. And then I'm gonna be putting it to make flowers, and I'm gonna be adding some leaves with pear and watermelon, also from Diva DC. Okay, I'm gonna put those to the side right now. I have my monomer, what was left, with a little bit of acetone added, and very little because I think I've been putting too much. The 50-50 makes it dry super fast. So I'm not sure if I want to mix the colors or if I just want to leave them separate. I'm not even sure what I want to do with this. So let's just get started. I'll just start with like this thumbnail and just add. Oh my gosh, my son's been out there playing video games with my husband, and he's just like whining about everything. I don't want to play this level, this and this. Oh my gosh, I gotta move some of this stuff out of the way. Tell you, when I get frustrated, I just can't let it go. Anyway, and I didn't put another color in with it, but I could have done that. And I'm just gonna push it out, and I'm just gonna put flowers on all my nails, and I'm just gonna make the little simple, I think is what I'll do. Just make the little simple round flowers that people were used to seeing. Why not? I haven't done that in a while, and I'm just gonna put them on all the nails. So all the nails are gonna be all decorated. Okay. I failed to mention I'm doing this for my birthday, so I wanted the nails to be a little more special. They're kind of bothering me though that it's taking so long to do, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Okay, so I'm just gonna add hopefully 5 leaves. That first one came out too big, so it's making the rest of them kind of squeeze in there. I mean petals, sorry. Oh, that one's getting small. I don't really care, like not that I don't go for perfection, obviously you want it to be very nice, but for me, once you get them all decorated, and if one little flower isn't perfect or whatever, it's not going to make a huge difference, in my opinion, so just go for it. That's what I say. And I'm going to put a 4th petal right there, and then the 5th one I'll squeeze in over on this other side. This is what's hard. I have to kind of come out of frame to, you know what, I'll come in behind the camera. Okay. And I'm just going to push it open. Just a simple little flower. And one more leaf, and it's going to kind of have to sit kind of on top of the other ones. So I'm going to let it come to consistency out here. I'm just going to put a little leaf right there. Alright, leaf again, petal. And I'm just letting it sit and come to consistency a little bit, and I'm going to push it open, and it's going to be kind of on top of the other guys. And in a way, if you want to do that, I guess you could just do more and more and add more petals on the inside of your flower, so it looks more 3D. But I think for now I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'm just going to put a little dot in the middle with pear and watermelon. I guess I could do a crystal, but I'm gonna leave it at this for right now. I just got a little dab of the pear, a little dab of watermelon. I'm gonna let that come to consistency. Just wait a few seconds and just kind of put a little hole in the middle of it. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do for all the nails. I'm gonna use the fuchsia on other ones, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put some more pear and oops. I just added some more pear and watermelon there. I'm gonna put a leaf in here. And I'm going to turn my brush to the side, the sharp edge, and just kind of pull the leaf out. And poof it up. And if you wanted to put some lines in it, you can definitely do that. Sometimes they look cute when they're just nice and clean. But do whatever you like, okay? So I'm just going to add flowers and leaves all over my nails. It's taking so much longer than I thought it was going to, just because of the filing. I thought, oh, this is going to be fast. The flowers I did pretty quickly. But, so I did 2 on the thumbnails just to put both of the colors on there. And then I did just 1 of each color on the rest of them with lots of flowers, with lots of leaves and things. So all I'm going to do is take my top coat. IBD Intense Seal is what I like to use. You can use whatever you like, of course. If you don't have a UV lamp, you can just use a regular nail polish top coat. And I'm just going to go in and put that sparkle into the nails that the top coat brings out. Not sure if I want to cover the flowers or not yet. We'll see, because the The little pink ones have glitter, so it'll be kind of cute to show that off, but at the same time you don't want to cover up too much because then you lose the definition of what you did. Sometimes the flowers get flooded or whatever, and then you can't even tell that they're little flowers. So that's all I'm gonna do, and put them under the lamp. Thanks for watching. I'm not sure if I like that technique. I feel like it took longer, but maybe I need to perfect it a little better. Or maybe for a square tip it might be better. I just don't like the way it did in the cuticle area, and that's really where you need to be careful so you don't get lifting. So to me, that's not worth it. These might even lift pretty quickly, I don't know, because it was kind of a mix up in there, in that cuticle area. But thanks for watching, guys, and if that tip helps you and you've tried it, let me know. That'd be great to know. So I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.